Are you feeling any better?
Yeah, a little. Thanks.
What are we gonna do now?
I still have unfinished business with Dohalim.
He's a world away from the Lord Balsef was. There's no need for us to fight him, Shion.
In case you've forgotten,
Guys! I think something's going on outside.
Kisara! There you are!
What's happening?
Kelzelik has started an insurrection. He's driving all of the Danans out of the palace.
What? Has he lost his mind? What about Lord Dohalim?
We don't know where he is, Captain. We thought maybe you would.
No, I don't. I haven't seen him since we were inside the quarry.
Damn. Well, either way, I wouldn't go near the palace. Any suspected Renan sympathizers are being arrested on sight. This whole thing is a powder keg about to explode. Best prepare for the worst.
I guess not all of the Renans here like the idea of coexisting with the Danans after all.
So this is it. This is the real Menancia.
Are you giving up?
On what? This realm is already finished. It perished along with my brother's dream.
That's a shame. And I guess all the people who believed in that dream are on their own out there, aren't they? Not all of the Renan sided with Kelzelik. There's still hope, Kisara. Your brother's dream is only dead when there's nobody left who believes in it. Am I wrong?
You're right. I'm going to the palace. I need to see what's happening there with my own eyes. What are you all doing?
I thought it was pretty clear. We're coming with you.
I appreciate the thought, really. But there's no need for you all to get involved in this.
Dohalim said it himself, right? All of us. We're liberators.
Thank you.
Will things be okay in the city?
I'm concerned about that as well. But for now, let us get to the palace.
Right. Best clamp down on things at the source before they get out of control.
The fact the enemy's holding themselves up tells me they're not exactly happy to see us.
We have to stop Sir Kelzelik.
Don't you think it's about time you drop the Sir?
He always treated us Danans with such warmth and kindness. Did he have such bad intentions all along? I just can't bring myself to believe it.
Forget about intentions. We should assume he's the one who's behind all these incidents. It's not surprising to me that there are Renans in Menancia who resent Dohalim, but I didn't expect one would be so close to him.
Yes, I suppose you're right. I guess all of us here in Menancia are still some way off from being a truly united realm, aren't we?
Are you going to be okay, Kisara?
I don't know, but I definitely don't want things to end like this. Please, lend me your strength.
Of course. Anyone who tries to oppress others is our enemy, and we'll gladly stand against them. Besides, I want to believe that this realm really can do better too. I thought we'd see fighting throughout the city, but it's dead quiet.
Either Dohalim's allies have been arrested, or they're keeping a low profile.
Meaning the rebels are occupying the palace? Then let's hurry up and kick those bastards out. This place is awfully quiet for a siege palace.
Such a huge place is spooky without all those people here.
They're probably waiting to ambush us.
With so few Renans here, I guess this is what it's like when the Danans are expelled and the ruling minority are all that's left. My money's on them using Zeugles to even the odds.
I don't even see any Danan guardsmen.
The fact that they're not at their stations tells me they really have been driven out. We all swore an oath of loyalty to Lord Dohalim. My fellow guards wouldn't abandon their post lightly.
Speaking of which, where the heck is he?
How could this be happening?
Any idea where we should go in the main building?
Let's try the Lord's chamber.
Worth a shot.
Hey, Law, you can bust that wall open, can't you?
Well, let's give it a try and find out!
You sure about that? From what I hear, that thing can stop even a cannonball.
On second thought, let's see if there's a release mechanism somewhere.
Kisara, do you have any idea just what Kelzelik might be planning at the palace?
It's hard to say. I've never seen him use any powerful arts, and I don't think he's particularly skilled with any weapons either. However, I have noticed him accompanied by something strange from time to time.
What kind of strange?
I don't know. I couldn't see anything with him, but I could sense something was there. Probably some sort of Zoogle.
An invisible Zoogle?
We'd better be careful in any case. I'd rather we not find out after it jumps us and tries to rip our throats out.
Right.
Right.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
You got it!
Bring him down! This one's mine! Going in! Leave the charges to me! Going in!
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen.
No choice!
Engaging!
You'll have no mercy!
Going in! Pull back! Here I come! This one's mine! Fire support! This one's mine! I'm gone! Make it rain!
Destruction!
You know, the more I think about it, this palace is way too big for its own good.
Tell me about it. Plus, where the hell were these soldiers and Zeugles all this time?
Normally, the Zeugles are kept in specialized training facilities and only get let out in cases of emergency.
Like this one, for instance? Give me a break. Get lost!
Take this!
I see one, eh?
You're finished!
Glacial
Lightning condemned! I'll take my revenge on you! Searing flame! Lightning blast!
This one's mine! Take this!
We're not finished!
Field!
Dragon form!
Do it!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Take it!
Now!
Head to the wind! Magna Ray!
Its armor's too strong!
Split it open!
Be my guest! You're finished!
Fury!
Going in!
Dazzle!
That's it!
Mirage!
Here, let me help!
Destruction!
Going in!
I owe you
To
one!
the wind!
Going in!
Shattering
Attack time!
I know fine weapon material when I see it.
What's this thing?
I'll do my best!
Bring him down!
In here! Reload! I'll be saving this one!
Shot! I'm going in! It's on!
Look sharp!
Destruction! Ignite!
Gale Force!
Here I come!
Make it rain!
Remote!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
Everyone still in one piece?
Yep. Barely worked up a sweat.
Get lost!
Raging
I see one, eh?
Lightning thrust! Burning strike!
Glacial spear!
Here's the Lord!
I can read your moves like a book!
For my lord!
Going in!
Do it!
They got flyers!
I've got this!
Its armor's
Let
too
a mark
strong!
handle it!
Split it open!
All yours!
Take this!
Go from! Light astral
Now you
energy!
see what I can do!
This is the
My
way!
shield!
Air!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Lightning
Going
searing
in.
flame! Here's a healing ball!
It's over!
This one's
Dance in the
mine!
wind! Into air!
Going in!
My turn!
This one's mine!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Onward and upward. An opponent like this should be easy.
Now you'll learn!
Not in your dreams!
That's it!
Freeze Lance!
Take this! Lightning thrust!
They really don't give up, do they?
You got spirit!
It's over!
Magna Ray! Raging Fire!
It's over!
Transform! Flaming Meteor!
Destruction!
Die! Damn it!
Take it! Destruction! Transform!
Graviton! Dance in the wind! In here!
You're mine!
Into the shadows!
You're finished!
Who wants to die? Raging Storm!
I'm out of ammo! This one's mine!
Lightning thrust!
Sealed!
Here I come!
Annihilation!
You're mine!
One more! Burning strike! Here goes! this, I can become even stronger.
I think this is a key to the noble room of the castle.
A noble what?
The room at the northern end of this floor. Maybe the release mechanism is in there.
Little help!
Engaging!
Breaking the roar! More where
I
that
can
came
carve
from!
through armor!
My shield?
Take down their defenses!
For my lord!
This one's mine!
Run them all! We're not finished!
This one's mine!
Do it!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Mega Ray!
No, you can't! Look shotgun! Dragon
Steel
Form!
Force!
Flaming meteor!
You're finished!
Breaking Storm!
No escape!
Release!
Take this! That's it! You're finished!
Shattering Shot!
Don't get complacent.
Get lost!
Here I come! Now you'll learn!
Glacial Spear!
You're mine!
So much for talking it out.
It's over!
This one's mine. This one's
Healing the wind! Air Thrust!
I owe you one!
Lightning Lightning Condemn!
going in.
Swarm!
Annihilation!
Here I come!
Mega Ray! Annihilation! Here's a healing
It's
arc!
over! This one's all
Going
yours!
Wind
All right. There are enemy forces here, too?
They must be predicting our movements and deploying accordingly.
So they figured we were coming all along, is that it?
An opponent like this should be easy. For my lord! I'll smash you! Knock it into my shield!
You think that shield will save you?
I see one, eh?
Raging Cascade! Here's a healing arc!
Look sharp.
Destruction! I owe you one. Dragon Sword! We're not finished! Dragon Sword! You're finished!
Air Thrust!
Going in.
Astral Art?
That is my cue!
Look sharp.
Shut him down!
Going in.
Ready and
Run in your dreams!
Dragon Swarm!
Mega Ray!
We did it!
Meteor! Asteroid! By the power of water!
I'm practically unstoppable.
That enemy looks strong. I bet it'll be worth our while to fight it.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
You're finished! I can carve through armor! Like
I'm the true gunslinger around here.
engaging!
Got flyers.
I've got this! Let a marksman
Astral
handle it!
Blitz.
That's my cue!
All yours. Shut him down.
This one's
We're not finished!
Go in your healing art! Take this!
I owe you one.
Burn up!
Glacial spear! Here's the Evo! Tempest!
Destruction!
Locked and loaded!
Dragon Swarm! I owe you one. Dragon Swarm!
There!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here's a healing art!
Taking anything in armor is all mine!
Look sharp! Feel power of fire!
Engage!
Look sharp!
You escape! It's over! Mirage! Dragon Swarm!
Engage!
Light astral energy!
You're mine! You're finished! You're mine! It's over!
Abort!
Hey! Poodle's quivering! I think we're about to be real lucky!
My shield?
Annihilation!
Look sharp!
Raging
You're
storm!
finished! I won't show you any mercy! Destruction!
Burning
Crush!
glacial
This
spear!
one's
Destruction!
Damn it, Bennett!
Raging cataract!
Astral Blitz?
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Looks like we got them all.
Right, here goes!
Look sharp! Not in your dreams! Raging glacial spear! Here's the Evo! Raging
Dragon
cataract!
Swarm!
We've now lost and weak!
Ready and ready!
I'm not done!
Lightning orb!
Try harder!
More
Here I come! Dragon Swarm!
Now!
Everyone hanging in there?
Let's dispose of the trash.
Engaging!
You're finished!
Release!
Seal!
Destruction! Eat this!
Sleep now!
What's in our range to
Fire the volcano!
This
Dragon Swarm!
Make your break!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen. Is that some kind of note the rebels left?
Hey, it mentions the release mechanism we're looking for. But
This isn't enough to go on.
That's no ordinary.
Brace yourselves! This one's tough! Bring them down! Destruction!
Breaking
No
storm!
escape!
First aid!
Locked and loaded!
Here goes!
Crush!
Gemini!
You're mine! Locked and loaded! Dragon Swarm!
This one's mine!
Destruction!
Engage! This one's mine! First aid! Look sharp! Breaking storm!
Take this!
Light! Annihilation! Mega ray! Gemini!
Take this! Destruction! Engage! It's on! Take this! You're finished! Take this! Crush! Dragon Swarm! Engage!
Glacier Spear!
Disregarded! No escape!
Freeze Lancer!
This one's mine!
Take this!
I need to be stronger.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Engaging!
Reload! Wind Astral Energy!
This one's
The
mine!
wind! Serious
Try harder!
Reload!
Do mine! Dragon Swarm!
Mega Ray! This one's Dance in the wind!
Destruction!
Air
Try
Thrust!
harder! No! It's over!
Raging
Dragon Swarm! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
You're quite the gunslinger.
I have to be, in this world.
Don't worry, I've got your back. It's no ordinary enemy I see over there.
We're in for a long slog with this one.
Engaging!
Searing flame!
Destruction! Dragon Swarm! Eat you!
I'm out! I'm all
You're
stuffed up!
mine! You're
Annihilate!
finished!
Mega
Fire support! Destruction! Dragon Swarm! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Dance in the wind!
Not again!
One more! Do it
It's
here!
over! Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Looks like we got them all.
An opponent like this should be easy. Bring him
Not on
down!
my watch!
Destruction!
More where that came from!
Dragon Swarm!
How's this?
One more! Firing off! Take this! You're finished!
Hold back into the front!
Fire support! Take this! Destruction!
Hear me! Flame of fury!
Dragon Swarm!
Down!
Support! Mission!
Take that!
Glacial Destruction! Support!
Freeze!
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen. Look! Another note from the rebels.
If we combine it with the note we found before, then there should be a key inside a cabinet in the office.
Great. Let's see if we can find it. Even if Danans and Renans aren't on completely equal footing here, both sides still cared about each other. And now we have to fight some of those same Renans inside the palace.
Don't forget. We're here fighting to keep what makes this realm so special alive. Don't lose hope, Kisara.
An opponent like this should be easy. I see one, eh? Fall back! Here I come!
Going in!
Be still! Release! Mirage! Dragon Swarm! Destruction!
This one's mine!
It's almost too strong! Then I'll split it open! Be my guest!
In here!
Now you see what I can do!
My steel
Going in!
Arch seal!
An astral arch?
That's my cue.
Shut him down! Fire support!
Going in!
One more!
Do it!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Here's a healing
My
arm!
turn! No escape! I owe you one!
Radiant, look here!
Dragon
Going out
Sword!
of ammo!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclops!
Any injuries?
Did that finally get rid of the wall?
To think they would hide it in Lord Dohalim's personal quarters. The nerve of these people.
They won't get away with it for much longer.
That's right. We have to hurry to the Lord's chamber. Let's go.
Well, well, if it isn't the slaves and the traitor. I don't remember giving you permission to enter the palace.
So it's true. You really are the one behind all this, Kelzelik.
I don't remember giving you permission to speak either. Know your place, slave!
Now we see his true colors.
Yeah, a despicable excuse for a human being. Though really, I guess that makes him pretty ordinary, huh?
Kelzelik, you were Lord Dohalim's most trusted advisor. His closest ally. Why would you betray him?
Don't be a fool! I didn't serve him because I wanted to. I expect a mere slave wouldn't know, but there are many powerful contenders for the position of Lord. A contest of strength determines the one who will be Lord and undisputed ruler of a realm. There is no choice in the selection. If my master had any ambitions of becoming the sovereign, I would have gladly served him.
But he had no intention of fighting for the crown.
Indeed. Can you slaves even imagine how that looked to the rest of us? Enduring the whims of an ambitionless lord, all we could do was wait for the end as we suffered through our humiliation.
You want suffering? Try being Danon for a day.
So you plotted against Lord Dohalim in secret. And when my brother found out...
And I would do it all again if it meant returning Menancia to its rightful state! A realm where Danons are slaves and Renans their masters. It's the natural order.
Enough! Who are you to decide what is natural or rightful, traitor? Miguel, my brother, he dreamed of building a world free of suffering. He gave his life for that dream. And all you've managed to build is a lake of death! You killed my brother. And now you'll die for it! My brother's dead because of you!
Why should I concern myself with the passing of one pathetic slave?
Have you no shame?
It's over!
This one's
Careful!
gone!
It has some kind
You're
of
mine!
camouflage!
Ready and raring!
I'm gone!
Go for the weak point! Radiant
Dragon
Storm!
Swarm!
Here goes!
Dragon Swarm!
Going in.
You're mine!
Here, let me help.
It's over!
Going in.
It's on! Dragon Swarm! Burn! I owe you one!
That's it.
Take this!
Far enough.
It's over!
I'll smash you!
Look sharp. That's
Here
it.
I come!
By the power of water!
Dragon Swarm!
Light astral raging cascade! Sleep now.
It vanished again?
Listen carefully and keep your eyes peeled.
In here!
You're mine!
I'll be
It's
safe
over.
this way. Light astral energy!
Try harder!
More where that came from!
Take it!
Let me help! Air thrust! Photon
You're
blast!
mine!
Going in.
Crush!
Mega ray!
Dragon
Lightning
Swarm!
condemn! Annihilation! Thunder
Look
blade!
sharp.
It's over!
Here's a
Lightning
healing arm!
thrust!
Look sharp.
First aid!
Ready and raring!
On guard.
It's over!
Raging storm! Here's eagle!
On guard.
Razor cyclone! Lancer!
On guard.
Let me help!
That's it.
First aid!
Lightning thrust! Mirage!
Raging
It's over!
storm! Lightning!
Destruction! Try harder!
Fury!
It's on!
Glacial spear! Here's the raging cascade!
Destruction!
Here's a healing arm! Dance in the wind!
This
Air
one's
thrust!
mine.
Searing flame! Reload!
This one's mine.
It's
Ready to
It's
go.
over!
Light
This
astral
one's
healing
mine.
Here
arm!
I come! I'm not done! Eat dirt!
First aid!
Look sharp.
You're mine! You're
This
finished!
one's mine.
I'll smash you!
That's it.
Glacial
On
spear!
guard.
I never miss!
Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down!
Crush!
Going in.
Dragon Swarm!
That's it.
Take this!
Going
You're
down!
finished!
One more.
Here I
Here's a
come!
healing arm!
Flaming meteor.
Hear me!
On guard.
Destruction!
One more.
Glacial
Dragon
spear!
Swarm!
Here's the evil field!
One
Be
more.
still!
I'll
Here I
be
come!
laser!
Look sharp. One more.
I'm not done!
First
On
aid!
guard.
Blah, 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 magic!
This one's
Get it.
mine. Take this.
I'll be saving this one!
Look sharp.
Shattering
Lightning
pieces!
orb! More where that came from!
Down.
Lightning Swarm!
Dance in the
It's
wind!
on!
Going now! Steering flame!
Destruction!
Look sharp.
Let me help!
One more.
Lightning aid!
Take
More where
this!
that
Look
came
sharp.
from!
You're finished!
Going in.
Here
One more.
now! Here!
Another flaming meteor.
You're mine!
Annihilation!
Be still!
On guard.
Mirage!
One more.
It's over!
Lightning orb!
Destruction! Dragon
Do
Swarm!
it.
Remote!
Astral energy!
Say no more! You're mine!
Light
You're
astral
finished!
energy!
Flaming meteor.
Downfield!
Dazzle!
I'll be saving this
Mirage!
one!
Dragon Swarm!
Downfield!
Look sharp.
More with that searing flame! Reload!
This one's
I'm
mine.
light astral energy!
That move.
Here comes a big one!
First aid!
This one's
Try
mine.
harder! Not a chance!
Annihilation!
Look
I'm
sharp.
not done!
Take this.
You picked the wrong fight!
On guard.
Here I come!
Take this.
Gale force!
Going in.
Lightning
Here. Let me help.
condemn!
Dragon Swarm!
Thunder blade!
Thanks!
Going in. Take this.
Into the
Look
center!
sharp. Take this.
I'm all stopped up!
On guard.
Thunder field!
One more.
It's over!
First aid!
Thanks,
Dragon Swarm! An astral arts?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Look sharp.
Raging storm! More where that
Armor
came
won't
from!
save you!
Destruction!
Look sharp.
Dragon!
Take this.
Bullseye! Huddle!
This one's mine.
Flame! Reload! Raging
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get
Try
behind
harder.
me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you! You're finished!
Far
It's
enough.
on!
Here, let me help!
Look sharp.
Try harder! Now!
That's it. Flaming meteor. Cover you. This one's mine.
I owe you one!
This one's mine.
You picked the wrong fight!
One more.
You're mine!
This one's mine.
Crush! Dragon
sharp.
Swarm!
Here's my healing art!
Lightning Thrust!
Going in.
Mirage! Try harder! Not a chance!
I've taken too many hits. I let my guard down.
Stay away from my friend!
Raging storm!
There!
Bring you back from death to death! Light astral
train harder.
Take it! Dance in the wind!
It's gonna attack!
Right, watch out!
Look sharp.
One more!
On guard.
Steering flame! Reload!
There!
Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning! Strike!
Here I come!
Here's
You're
evil!
finished! It's too much!
Freeze Lancer!
Dragon Swarm!
Who wants to die next?
Dragon Swarm!
Reload!
Destruction!
Up! Annihilation!
Dragon Swarm!
Radiant blood here!
Not like this.
You'll pay for that! You're finished! Dragon
Hear
Swarm!
me! Flame of fury! Burning strike!
Glacial spear.
I'm ready!
Take this! Dragon Swarm!
Resuscitation! Here's a healing art!
This one's all mine!
First aid!
Thanks!
Radiant pierce! I'm out of
You're
ammo!
mine!
I'm on a roll!
Try harder! Now, while it's reeling!
Photon flat!
Burn!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
Destruction!
Ready! Ready to go! Here, let me help! First aid! Tempest fury! Flame of fury! Burning strike! I can't feel anything! Here's
Destruction!
evil!
Dragon Swarm!
Freeze Lancer! Here's a healing art! First aid!
Take
Primed and
this!
ready! Where are you going?
Crush! Destruction!
Armor won't save you!
Searing flame! Reload! Lightning!
Dragon Swarm!
Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning strike! Glacial spear! Pierce evil!
Dragon...
Freeze Lancer! There! Help this!
I'm not feeling so great. It's over? There!
Got you! Searing flame! Reload! I'm out of it! Watch and weep! Radiant! Look here!
This should do it!
I'll bring you back from
Take
death's
this!
abyss!
Dragon Swarm!
Resuscitate! This can't be happening! I've still got... A new lease on life!
Take this!
Here, can't be helped! I can't heal you forever! Huddle! Back into the fray!
Dragon Swarm! You picked the wrong fight!
Lightning!
Here I come!
Hear me!
Dragon Swarm!
Your field! Burning strike! Glacial spear! Pierce evil! It's about to strike!
Look sharp, everyone!
Here's a healing art! Dance in the wind! Here, let me help!
Try harder! My turn!
First aid!
No escape!
Not on my watch!
It's over!
Here! Raging cascade!
Destruction! Try harder!
In here!
Not again!
Do it!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
You filthy slaves are despicable!
Your dreams of attaining lordship are no more. Give up, Kelzelik.
Attaining lordship? Ridiculous. Only those who possess a master core can become a lord. What, did you think just anyone could do it?
But then, what were you trying to accomplish with this? Didn't you betray your lord?
Yes, that's true. However, there are other lords.
Other lords? So you mean...
At last, the truth is revealed.
Dohalim, where have you been this whole time?
Cleaning up. Kelzelik, you've made your last of these.
The fruit of Helgen?
They can't be. You found my production facility?
Correct. And I tore it down. But something still troubles me. It's clear that this is no ordinary fruit. Nor was the equipment used to grow it. You couldn't have done all this without outside assistance. Indeed, something like this must have come from another realm. Mahak-Sar, perhaps?
You actually expect me to talk now? At this point, the contest for the crown will be over soon enough, and you will finally receive the punishment you deserve for your weakness.
I've already received my punishment. May this be my final act as the Lord of Elder Menancia. Go to Mahak-Sar, Ganath Haros, wherever you think you'll find a suitable lord.
Are you alright with this? He killed your brother after all.
He did. But then I thought, he's nothing more than one common, ordinary Renan. He's not worthy of my time or my anger, right?
So after everything, was the dream of coexisting just a dream?
What is that?
Those are the cheers of the brave Danans who overpowered Kelzelik's forces.
Wait, they challenged the Renans?
Indeed. A militia made up of Danan guardsmen, Renan supporters, and of course, the Gold Dust Cats.
Do we have you to thank for bringing them all together?
Regardless of what your original motivations were, your dream of coexistence saved countless lives. And now, those people out there are fighting to keep that dream alive. That's something real.
Be that as it may, they do so now by their own hands. These people no longer need any lord.
Where are you going?
To put an end to the crown contest. So long as its madness persists, peace will remain ever out of reach. I cannot allow it to continue.
The crown contest impacts far more than just the Danans. You're choosing to fight Lenegis and the entire Empire.
I am well aware. However, if I wish to keep this dream from dying, then I have little choice in the matter. Besides, it's the least I can do.
So you're gonna go out there and make that dream real on your own?
You may be decided on your path, but that doesn't make it any less difficult.
Why not walk that road with us?
Pardon?
You heard me. We're fighting to liberate the Danans, and you're fighting for the people of this realm. I'd say we're on the same path, really. It would only make sense for us to walk it together.
Danan dissidents, side by side with a Renan lord? Not the least intriguing invitation I've received. An invitation which would only be proper courtesy for me to accept.
I'll take that as a yes.
Hey, where'd Kisara go? I don't see her anywhere.
Maybe she just needed some time alone. A lot's happened.
That makes sense. She did just lose her brother after all.
We ought to keep moving as well. So long as there are lords who draw breath, we have a mission to complete. Kisara's a big girl. I'm sure she can handle herself. We should hurry on ahead to our next destination.
I guess you're right. And it is a lot safer here than it was. What do you think, Dohalim?
I am not sure I have the right to say anything as far as Kisara is concerned.
Fair enough. Well, I, for one, would like to say goodbye if we get a chance. Let's keep an eye out for her as we leave.
What's Kisara going to do now?
I'm sure it's complicated for her.
Where did Kisara run off to?
You don't think she took off after Kelzelik, do you?
No. Nagal entrusted her with his dream. She wouldn't do something reckless like that. Right now, I think she just needs time to think. What she does from here on out is up to her. She has to be the one to decide.
You all arrived here from Cislodia, yes? In that case, you should depart via the south gate, rather than the one you arrived through.
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
After all that, Kisara never came back to see us.
I'm surprised she slipped away without us noticing. Where would she even go? I hope this place survives. You think the Danins and Renins have a chance of getting along? We didn't really do much to change things around here, did we?
This realm had its own walls to overcome. And in the end, it was the people themselves who decided to break them down, without any help from us. I hope they keep going, I really do.
Yeah, well, if you say so, I guess. Huh?
All right. I leave command of the Gold Dust Cats in your hands.
You've got nothing to worry about, Kisara. I'll do your brother proud.
Looks like it's time to go. Take good care of Zare for me. All right, Legil?
You've got it. Stay safe, Kisara.
Did you come to say goodbye?
Actually, I was wondering if you could use another companion.
Huh?
Well, we certainly don't mind you coming along. We just figured you'd stay behind and help rebuild. These people could use you.
I thought much the same thing. However, in the end, something changed my mind. Ever since Miguel died, I've been thinking a lot. About where I went wrong, what I should have done differently. You know, that sort of thing. It's true that our dream of coexistence saved many Danin lives, but we were naive and short-sighted. I was so wrapped up in my idea of how things should be that I didn't see the problems that existed right in front of us. I thought we had been given a utopia. And so I never bothered to look too far past its surface. I chose to be ignorant. And because of that, because of me, my brother...
Miguel's death wasn't your fault, Kisara.
Perhaps you're right. But in the end, it was me he entrusted this dream to. I learned that nothing in this life is free, or gained without sacrifice. Now that I know that, I'll just have to figure out what else I don't know.
So, decided to join us?
I have. And hopefully I can continue to protect Elda Menencia from outside the dream world, for the sake of those still inside.
And here I thought you joined for an opportunity on my life.
In all honesty, I'm grateful to you. I truly am. I don't blame you for what happened. But I must also leave your service. No longer will I be defined by protecting a Renin lord. From now on, when I fight to protect my dream. All I ask is that you do your part, that you fight alongside me, not just for those who used to believe in your dream, but for those that still do. Dohalim.
I understand. I'm no longer a lord anyway.
Well, this crew just gets bigger and bigger. All right, where to, team?
We make for Mahag Sar, the Valley of the Four Winds.
I'm amazed how easily you can move such a giant shield around like it's nothing.
Really? It's not actually as heavy as it looks.
It's really reassuring to have someone like you protecting us, though.
You know, I guess I never realized it before, but looking back, I've always been the sort to put myself in harm's way to protect those around me, even before I joined the Eldermenancia Guard. So in a way, using this shield to keep you all safe feels like it's what I was meant to do.
You don't need to worry about protecting me. I don't plan on relying on you.
That's okay. It doesn't matter if you do or not. I don't protect people because they ask me to. I do it because I want to, and because I think it's the right thing to do. That goes for you too, Dohalim.
Me?
Yes. You see, you and I both want the same thing. We have the same goal. That means it's in my best interest to continue to protect and keep you safe as well. Even now.
I'm not sure how much protecting I'll need either, but I appreciate the thought. I'm sure you'll do us proud, Kisara.
Right. You can all count on me.
What was Kelzalek even after in the end?
Isn't it obvious? Clearly he wanted the throne for himself, and was gonna have his goons execute Dohalim to get it.
He had to have known he couldn't hope to defeat a lord. He should have run while he had the chance, instead of holding himself up in the palace.
Maybe he thought he couldn't run? Either way, the outcome's the same.
So he got desperate and decided to go for broke?
One might argue that he was another victim of mine, in a sense.
Huh?
There is no greater calling in life to a Renin than the crown contest, yet I refused to take part. The shock he felt at that must have been truly immense, enough to drive him to revolt, even though doing so meant defying Renin hierarchy.
I know I've said this before, but Danans and Renins wouldn't coexist here if it wasn't for your stance.
But that was no lofty idealism on my part, nor do I feel any pride at what occurred.
Spare us the pity party. You literally just joined us to uphold those ideals.
Shion!
No, she is absolutely correct. I shall speak no more of my misgivings.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Mahag Sar. That makes 4 out of the 5 realms that I've visited now.
I wonder what kind of lord we're gonna find there.
It doesn't matter. If they try to get in our way, we'll take them down and that'll be that. Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
Glacial Spear! Here's the evil! If they rush you, you gotta jump for cover, okay? Where are you going?
Here I come!
Shattering radiant
I'm on a roll now!
I'm out! Back into the fray!
Blow away!
Haha! Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Right, here goes!
Charges to me!
By the power of water!
On your knees! This one's all mine! Damn it! Air pressure! Crush! Lightning thrust! This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me!
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
You are in tip-top shape.
As soon as I'm done here, I'll come help out.
How could a girl ever say no?
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart for your heart.
Destruction!
This is barely target practice.
Then why bother fighting them?
Because I certainly won't run away from a battle.
Maybe something's going on in the forest. Little help!
Take this!
Here I go.
It's your mine!
Burn in hell!
You require a head.
Take this! You're finished!
Negative six.
Stay calm.
Do
I'll
it.
provide assistance.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Dragon form!
Now!
Dohalim! In an instant! Impact cross!
Looks like it could be worth something.
A fish! You saw it too, right?
I didn't realize there was a pond here.
Yeah, this is Taka Pond. And it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Renin eyes. Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how did you catch them? With your bare hands?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble. I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod. You must not be familiar with fishing if this sounds new to you. Here, let me show you how it's done. Ha! Looks like I lost it. All right. It's not bad, per se.
Looks like a pretty energetic fish.
There we go. Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
Nice! You caught it!
All right. Anybody could reel in that.
That went pretty well.
Yeah! Reel it in. Anybody could reel in that.
You sure know what you're doing.
Hup. Is this what I think it is? Anybody could reel in that.
Not too shabby, friend.
And that's all there is to it.
Wow. It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me. Kisara? I think I've seen enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins.
Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. and some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
When you put it like that, maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
You're just in it for the food.
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Vicente. So, if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us.
Okay!
I'm always amazed what healing arts can do.
Just doing my job. No need to thank me.
Hey. Is it just me, or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought, after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it. I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you, and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
I'm impressed how well balanced this thing is.
Why are you looking at me like that?
That armor you wear is standard issue for the Menancian Guard, right?
Originally, I've added some flair to it in a lot of places.
I noticed, especially with that open back.
We guardsmen pride ourselves on never showing our back to our enemies. It's my way of making myself live up to that. Plus, it makes it that much lighter and easier to maintain.
Dohalim, do you have anything to say about this?
Every guardsman is allowed to wear their armor as they see fit.
And you, La?
Huh? Why are you asking me? That was nothing.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit. Maintaining your shield? It's becoming a familiar sight.
Miguel was the one who taught me how to maintain my equipment after I first joined the Guard. Now, it's just a part of my routine.
Your brother always seems to come up whenever I talk to you.
That's because we had no other relatives, so it was just the two of us growing up. He was my idol, the one I looked up to and wanted to be like. When I became a guardsman, Lagiel wasn't too pleased to see me at first. It was Miguel who really welcomed me aboard.
Lagiel? Oh, right. She was Miguel's second in the Gold Dust Cats, wasn't she?
That's right. She's always been a very critical and down-to-earth person. In other words, the complete opposite of a dreamer like me.
You're more an idealist than some pie-in-the-sky dreamer.
Even so, that's my brother's doing. He'd never let me stop seeing a brighter world. He always did what he could to keep me smiling and happy.
You must have meant a lot to him.
He wasn't just kind either. He always worked so hard to set an example for me and everyone else around him. He was a true big brother. So much so that when he thought I was asleep, he'd slip out of the house to go training on the outskirts of town.
You seem to know a lot about it.
That's because I only pretended to be asleep and would follow after him. You know what? I'm at a good stopping point with my shield. If you've got time, how about I tell you a couple more Miguel stories?
I guess I'd better get comfortable.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
I just noticed none of you other Danans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen?
You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danon slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renin doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman. And this is my chance to have a new beginning.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Danon, while the Renins are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Danons in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Danons in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
I've got a really bad feeling about this. Burning thrust! I never miss!
Can you take it?
The wind! Air thrust!
Be still about
You're
that!
also good with airborne targets. Freeze Lancer!
Blind freak! Why can't they just sit still?
Sia, can you take care of them?
The sooner said than done. Sleep now.
Destruction!
Get out of there with
you.
the back into the fray.
Take it!
Blah, blah, blah.
Elusive deity!
Blade!
On your
Here I come!
Hit! Glacial Wind! Pierce the evil! In here!
Destruction! Dragon Swarm!
Freeze Lancer! This way. Do it!
Remember!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Destruction! Elusive deity!
Freeze Lancer!
Dragon Swarm!
Take damage in the wind!
Airborne
Sleep
beast,
now.
my specialty.
I'll be saving this
Resonate
way.
with the earth! Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Air pressure!
Glacial Lightning Orb! Here's the do it!
Dohalim! In an instant! Impact Cross!
To achieve such harmony.
Takes a singular will.
All right. There's nowhere to run from my art!
When he slows down, that's our chance!
Radiant, look here!
Leave the agile ones to me.
I'm out!
Here I come!
Resident... Prepare to be sealed!
Dragon form!
Can't get out of this!
Lightning! Downfall!
Destruction!
Lightning! Downfall!
Dragon
Can you
form!
take it?
I've already got
Take this!
Manta Ray! Bullseye! Annihilation! Here! Flame of
Now or
Fury!
It's over!
There you go! Now!
Dohalim! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Dragon form!
Air pressure!
Lightning! Now!
On your...
Dohalim! In an instant! Impact block!
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danon relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine this sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Danon history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course. There's history in the air here. I can smell it.
I don't smell anything.
Don't encourage him.
Finally, some open space again.
Have you guys checked? Your equipment lately?
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Got a really bad feeling about this. One more.
Destruction!
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
I'm only getting started.
Anything in armor is all mine!
Lightning can
Flying freaks! Why can't they just sit still?
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Leave the chargers to me!
Excited. Help this. Mega Red. Do it. Lightning orb. Astral energy.
Say no more. Got
Well done.
Fury!
Dragon Swarm!
Sleep now.
Dazzle!
And again.
Mirage! Dragon Swarm!
Watch it. This one's mine.
Destruction!
Too much to handle. Dance in the wind.
Dragon Swarm!
Yours are not the skills of just any warrior.
Save your compliments. We have to move.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
A victory for the ages. Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
have a bad feeling about this.
I shall ensure you survive this.
Radiant Pierce!
Crush! You picked the wrong fight!
It's a duel of the eye!
Thanks!
In here!
Damn it! Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Mega Ray! By the power
An astral energy coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Lightning Orb! Alright!
Destruction! Crush!
Here's the healing
Destruction!
Missile confiscated!
Dragon Floor!
All in order.
So that's how a lord fights.
I don't perform as well as I deserve.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that
Dragon
vein.
Floor!
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Lunar Rondo!
Air thrust!
This one's all mine!
Dance in the wind!
Dragon Floor!
Annihilate! Astral energy!
Say no more!
On your knees.
Help this! Photon
Dragon
lens!
Floor!
Downfall!
Air pressure.
Skills in top form, art's working like a charm. Ha!
Someone seems rather pleased with herself.
Did you hear all of that? Don't get careless.
Don't tell me.
I never miss!
Dragon Swarm!
Air pressure. Do you require a hand?
Destruction! You picked the wrong fight!
Photon dance
Dragon
in the wind!
Swarm!
Air healing!
Got flyers!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it! Sleep now!
All yours! I'm ready!
Lightning! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Lightning Thrust!
Up and at him! Here
Lunar
goes!
Rondo!
You're mine! I'm all
On
stuck
your
in
knees.
the
Dragon
wind!
Swarm!
Air
Here
thrust!
I come!
Air pressure.
You're mine!
Lightning Thrust! I'm ready! You're still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
I wonder if we can make new weapons with this. It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're You got company!
You're mine!
Lightning condemned!
Everlasting.
It's time!
Not in your dreams!
Negative destruction! Dragon Swarm!
Hear me!
Dazzle!
Flame of
Burn in
fury!
hell!
Burning
Lunar
arrow!
Rondo!
Glacial spear! Pierce the Gale Force! Freeze Lancer! This one's mine! Leave the enemy's arms to me!
In an instant! Impact Cross! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Dragon Swarm!
Stalagmite.
Healing circle!
On your knees.
Thanks! Dragon Swarm!
Do they not teach you to say thank you in Dano?
Not to a Renan, they don't.
Here I come! Dragon Swarm!
By the power of water! Arnix, they're coming through!
Destruction!
Top field!
It's over!
Not on my watch! Sweet Mega Ray! By the
So those are Danon after all.
storm! Forward
Something you want to say? Not so long as you keep them pointed toward the enemy.
Photon!
I can feel my power growing!
Don't get careless.
Dragon Swarm!
Don't tell me.
This one's mine! Take the lightning
I
condemned!
can carve through armor.
Thunderblade!
Strike!
Here, let me help.
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Lightning or raging cascades!
Air pressure! Dragon Swarm!
Dance in the
Here's a
wind!
healing art.
Sleep now! First aid!
Come and face me!
Let's get now!
Dragon
Glacial
Shield!
spear! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
The
enemy wields art too.
Do it! See about that!
Chill!
This ends now! now!
Consider yourself finished!
So I still had room to grow.
Let's dispose of the trash.
I'll take you over!
Glacial Steel! Here's evil!
Dragon Shot!
It's like
Not
trying
today.
to keep up with a wolf!
Now I can let loose! Dragon Swarm!
Take flame! Reload! Raging Cascade!
Can you take it? Take this!
Dance in the wind!
Here I
Prepare to be
go!
sealed by a
Dragon
fleet of
Swarm!
foot. Actually, perhaps bound is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing.
Destruction!
Supernova!
It's over!
Radiant
Dragon Swarm!
Do it!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Magic Kazam!
Resonate with the end! Not done!
Another incantation ruined.
It's on! Dragon Swarm! Lightning Thrust! Dohalim! In an instant! Impact Block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed
Dragon Swarm!
Air Thrust!
Lightning Thrust! Mirage! Be still! Catapult! Luna Rondo!
Hit!
Be
Sweet
still!
dreams!
You're mine!
Everlast!
Prepare to be
Radiant
Dragon Swarm!
Cuts away. Pierce! With this, I can become even stronger.
This'll... make us even more formidable.
More Danon ruins here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
Maybe they just had that much time and energy on their hands. Get lost!
You're mine!
Don't mind if I do! Annihilation!
Burn in hell!
Mega Red! Tempest Wall!
Dragon
More
Swarm!
where that came from! Lightning
I'm ready! Dohalim! In an instant! Impact Block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Dragon Swarm! Damn it!
Lightning!
Dragon Swarm!
Hear me! Flame of Fury!
Elusive
Dragon
Speed!
Swarm! Lightning
Glacial Steel.
I never miss! Thunderblade!
Begin!
Radiant
It's over!
Tempest!
Elusive Speed! It's over!
Annihilation!
I'll face you.
Hear me! Flame of
Dragon
Fury!
Swarm!
On your
Strike!
Glacial Spear.
Hear me! Lightning Condemn! Freeze Lancer!
Dragon Swarm! It's on!
Do it!
Dragon Swarm!
Could have been worse.
I sure have built up a sweat with this hike.
Rest assured, we have reached the top. It's all downhill from here, quite literally.
So Mahag Sar's just up ahead then?
Indeed. If you look, across this mountain is the Lord's Keep.
What's that big tower over there?
You guys want to rest here? Have you... guys checked your equipment lately? I always love the sound of hammers banging away. Want something to munch on, Hootle?
Hey, that actually came out pretty all right, don't you think?
Mind if I join you, Law?
Oh, hey, Alphen. What's up?
Nothing. I was just surprised to see you weren't training for once. Got a stomach ache or something?
You know I don't literally train around the clock, right? I do take breaks.
Do you? It seems like you're training every chance you get.
Well, yeah, it can't be helped if I want to get stronger. Still, it's important to let your muscles rest every now and then. That's what my dad told me anyway.
Zephyr said that?
When I was a little kid, yeah. I would get so excited whenever he came home. I always followed him wherever he went and tried to learn as much from him as I could. He said, it's good to be passionate, but don't overdo it. Just like there are times when you want to take a break from studying, sometimes your body wants to take a break from training too. I was always rushing around and forgetting to rest, so he ended up telling me that a lot.
That definitely sounds like him.
It's nothing to get sad over. Still, I can't help but wonder if that was my dad's way of teaching me the dangers of rushing into things too quickly. Then again, maybe I'm just overthinking things. I wish I'd had more time to talk to him about this kind of stuff. Night. You guys ready to hit the road? I know I am.
Not this way, I guess.
Lost!
I'm not done! Destruction!
You're throbbing.
Crush!
Glacial
Dragon
Fire!
Swarm!
Fierce Evil! Storm! Freeze Power!
Come one, come all!
Arc Phoenix!
We got flyers!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours!
Thunderfield!
Crush!
Resonate with the earth!
Sweet dreams!
Dragon Swarm!
You're most comfortable at a range, aren't you?
I'm not really built for close quarters combat.
Nor am I.
It's over!
Don't worry. I'll help you keep a wide berth.
Dragon Swarm!
Thunder Metal
I'm not done!
Now let the marksman handle this!
You're mine! Dragon Swarm!
We managed to pull through.
What's this? Thing. This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Feel!
Come and face me!
Get on in there
Dragon
with the
Swarm! Huh? Not today!
others!
Dragon Swarm!
Reload!
I'm ready! I'm free! In an instant! Impact Block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Now. I never miss! Get on in there with the others! Now!
Kisara! All yours, Kisara! A comfortable win.
What's this place here? Some kind of old house?
I don't know about...
Gotta break through! Here I
Here
come!
goes!
With the earth!
Dragon Swarm!
Stalagmite!
By the power of water! In here!
Dragon
Get
Swarm!
on in there with the others!
Take this! Ha! You're finished!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
This one!
The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that.
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Ah, right.
Dragon Swarm! We did it!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Coming through! Now! Scarlet Inferno! This is the power of the blazing sword! No choice! Take this!
Resonate with the earth!
It's over!
Stalagmite!
You got
Destruction!
company? Here!
Crush! Dragon Swarm!
Can't get out of this!
Lightning! Downfall!
Dragon Swarm!
Into the fray!
What?
Mega Ray! Now!
Dohalim! In an instant! Impact Claw! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Here! In the
An
sky!
astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Whoa! Hey! When it hurts!
Does it hurt?
Here! Let me
You're mine! Mirage!
Mega Ray!
Crush!
Tempest!
Don't mind if I do! This is
Destruction!
it! Raging Storm! Whoa! Hey! One at a time!
I'm ready!
Destruction!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
So, fire and earth astral energy, huh?
A perfect combination. Let's see what you've got.
Lightning Condense!
I'll take you all on!
Thunderblade! Spread! Hear me! Flame of
Lightning
Fury!
Claw! Mirage! Dragon
Hear
Swarm!
my call! Seal! Get on in there with the others!
Mirage! Dragon Swarm!
Annihilation! Lightning
Lightning
Lord!
Thrust!
Leave the enemy's arcs to me! I'll heal you all!
No complaints here!
Healing circle! Here goes! Bullseye!
Prepare to be sealed,
Here's
fleet
the
of
wall.
foot. Actually, perhaps sound is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing.
In a bind?
Mega Ray! Air annihilation!
You're mine!
Mega Ray!
Elusive deity! Begin!
Hold nothing back! Dragon Swarm!
I'll face you!
Destruction! Dragon Swarm!
Go!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Searing Flame! Reload! Thunder Field!
Catapult!
Sight now! Got you!
I can feel my precision improving.
We got... some good equipment!
I can't say its appearance is to my tastes, personally.
Go no further!
Take this!
Lightning Condense!
Dragon Swarm!
Water! Hear my call! Spread!
Destruction!
Another incantation ruin!
Take
Gale
this!
Force! Sighted! It's over!
Ignite!
Searing Flame! With
Dragon
astral
Swarm!
energy!
Damn it! It's too fast!
Stand back! I'll trip it up!
Reload!
Elusive
Gale
deity!
Force!
Dragon
All
Swarm!
I'll
stuff
face you!
Annihilate! Raging
A new melody!
Annihilation! Dance in the wind!
Now or never!
In here!
Behold! The Earth pulse! Tectonic vision!
I still got a ways to go.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Damn it!
Where are you going?
Dragon Swarm!
Don't mind if I do.
Air pressure! Crush!
Lightning
Destruction! Dragon Swarm!
Hear my call. Now for something bad.
Great Still!
Here's the wind.
Lightning Thrust!
Air thrust. Breeze lancer.
Dragon Swarm! Air pressure!
Here's a healing
Pistol!
photon flash. Burst
I owe you one. Strike!
Field. Hear me. One for the outside.
Take this! Burn in hell!
Hear my call.
Elusive deity!
Raging
It's over!
storm. All right. It's showtime.
Dragon Swarm!
Resonate with
Crush! Destruction! Lightning Thrust!
Field.
Dragon Swarm! Turn the tables on him!
There are still more left.
Right! No time to hold back!
You attack
It's
without
over.
mercy.
Because I can't afford to hesitate.
Not against a worthy opponent.
Dragon
Your
Swarm!
power is a spectacle to behold.
I'm not trying to be dramatic with it.
Still, it's a part of you. Embrace it. Looks like it could be worth something.
No choice!
Resonate with the earth.
Dragon Swarm!
Radiant light.
On your escape!
They're surrounded there.
Dragon Swarm!
Mega ray. Annihilation. Mega ray. Gemini
You're mine!
Ultra.
Where are you going?
You're
It's
finished!
strong.
Can you take it?
Tunnel. Hear me. Flame of
Strike!
fury.
Resonate with the earth.
This one's all mine!
Glacial spear.
Dragon
Pierce
Swarm!
evil.
I'm ready! Chill!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you
Another
wanted to say?
incantation ruined.
Dragon
Dance
Swarm!
in the wind.
Be still!
Field.
Mirage! Dragon Swarm!
Back into the fray.
Okay, then. Now see
Here
the
we come!
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
Let's see what you've got.
Dragon Swarm!
Hear my call. Confiscated. Spread.
Glacial
Pierce evil.
Destruction!
Whoa. Do it.
Limbo!
Astral energy.
Say no more!
Shot!
Well done. Here goes radiant cascade. Target field.
Destruction!
Saving this one.
We turned the tables on him.
There are
Don't mind if
still
I do.
more left.
Right! No time to hold back! That gun of yours is real handy to hinge.
It takes a...
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
I must keep striving.
You can ease off yourself.
Pot calls the kettle black.
Good advice for all of us, to be honest.
There. Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade.
the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldaman and Sia of its enemies and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes, I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag-Sar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already! I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Been looking for you.
For me, why?
He's tough.
Who are you? You said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the...
That is all I desire.
Then why are we fighting? Who even are you? Dragon form!
Here!
Begin!
Fool.
Take this!
Water! Here I come!
Here I come!
Hear me!
Dragon
Flaming
form!
spirit! Burning strike!
Glacial Spear!
Raging power!
Dragon! Who the hell are you? Bastard!
This guy's not normal!
His speed is unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord?
Up and out! Let's go!
Ignite!
Mega Ray!
Wide open!
It won't escape me.
I'm all stuffed up! This one's mine!
Dragon form!
In a bind?
Mega Ray!
Die.
Gemini Aqua!
Enjoy.
Here! Radiant
Lunar Logo!
Shield!
I'm not feeling so great.
Chinese
Take
Super
this.
Nova! Art Expert coming through!
Enjoy.
Power of water!
Lunar Logo!
Shield
Here.
going to the fray!
Benediction light.
Mega Ray!
Destruction!
Is this it?
Forgive me. This is my
Lightning
fault.
here I call!
Fall.
Spread!
Benediction light.
Both sides,
Take
black!
this.
Here! Water! Hear my call!
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die. A wretch like you?
Shion, wake up, please!
Alphen?
Shion!
Thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I. It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought
I'm
you were...
fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides, Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine. Really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Danon astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Nias, the capital of Mahag Sar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest.
Hey.
How long has it been since I last went this hungry?
How are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really. See for yourself.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain, but you still can, can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me. It's getting old.
It's not that. I just...
Are we in the right place? This place looks like a mess.
Yes, this is Niez, the capital of Mahag Sar.
I don't see any signs of people. And the buildings.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like the kind of place people would actually live.
No soldiers, no Danans, not a soul to be seen. Yet look at these facades. This is clearly a Renan district.
Hey, check out that drawing on the castle gate. That's the Darkwing's crest. It's from an old Danan legend about a hero who defeated an evil king with a torch and their trusty owl. That's his crest. I'm sure of it.
Really? First time I'm hearing it. So if someone drew it on the gate...
It must mean the Renans have lost control of the city.
Are you suggesting the Danans rose up and defeated the Lord here? Hard to believe, but not entirely unthinkable, given the evidence.
Let's look around and see if we can find someone. They might be able to tell us what happened. This is horrible.
Is there truly no one here?
All of these ruins look like they were made pretty recently.
But if that's the case, then where do you think the people that used to live here went off to? There must have been Danans and Renans, right?
That's a good question. Even if the Danans rebelled and managed to overthrow the Renans here, there should still be some people around.
This debris. Do you think it could be the work of Renan astral arts?
Perhaps, but the appearance of these ruins is rather uniform, which leads me to believe otherwise.
Hey, Rinwell. That story you told us about the Dark Wings. It said that the evil king was vanquished with a holy flame, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then there might be some truth to that old story after all. It looks like all the rubble here had been scarred by flames.
Let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. If we can find someone around here, we might be able to get them to tell us what happened. Dohalim, you forgot to take care of the fire yesterday.
What do you mean, take care of? Ah, yes. You meant to put it out?
Yep. If it stays lit, we could end up in real trouble real fast.
I see. I apologize for not realizing that. I shall be more careful in the future.
The way he's talking, it's like the thought of putting it out himself never even occurred to him.
Moving on, Dohalim, I should mention that the clasp for your cape is about to come undone.
Oh yes, I tried to fix that myself, but it simply refused to cooperate with me.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Are you telling me Renans can't even dress themselves?
Lords like Dohalim have attendants that take care of just about everything they need, so I'm not surprised he sometimes struggles with the basics.
Even by those standards, you've got to admit this is still a little extreme.
Shionna's got a point. I mean, you don't see Renans like her needing so much help to get stuff done.
In my case, circumstances forced me to learn how to be independent. Even so, I still think Dohalim could afford to pick up a few more self-sufficient skills.
Well, specifically speaking, what would you suggest that I learn?
For starters, I think it'd be good for you to learn how to dress. And put on shoes. How to comb your hair is equally important. And learning to manage your possessions better. And then from there...
She sounds like his mom rattling all that off.
Oh, and another thing. About your owl, Rinwell.
What is it?
When he starts to molt, would you be willing to give me his old feathers? I think I could find a use for them.
What do you intend to do with those?
Well, recently, I haven't been sleeping well. However, I hear pillows made from owl feathers are very comfortable and wish to make one.
This is why I hate you, Renans!
Did I say something offensive?
Next time, put your own needs aside for a second and think about how someone might react first. Then consider if it's worth asking at all.
Hoo-hoo! Hoo-hoo! Hoo-hoo!
Look, Hoodle! One of your buddies! Woo!
What are those out in the valley? Windmills? They're huge.
They're most likely used to harvest wind astral energy, so they have to be big.
All of you, stop right there! Don't move!
They have us surrounded.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
You first! Show yourself!
I'm the one asking the questions here. Don't try anything funny. One wrong move, and I guarantee we'll blow you away.
What are you...
My name is Alphen. I came here from Calaglia.
Alphen? The wielder of the blazing sword?
Getting pretty famous, isn't he?
Here is my proof. Will that suffice? Or do I have to burn down one of those houses to make my point?
No need. I believe you. I'm Beifong, of the Darkwings. Sorry for threatening to blow you away. We're still hunting down the remnants of the enemy forces, so everyone's more than a bit on edge right now. Please forgive me.
Remaining? Wait, you mean you already took down the Lord of this realm?
That's right. We took her weapons and turned them right back on her.
Are you the Danon leader here in Niez?
Nah, I'm just one of the commanders. Deadeye's the one who runs the show. I'd be happy to take you to him. Just one problem. The Renans. Seems the rumors you were running with them were true. You do understand, right? I mean, we only just liberated the city from their kind. Everyone's short on trust. And for good reason. Especially Deadeye. I think it'd be best if those two waited outside.
Not going to happen.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to split up. It's too dangerous.
Then it's on your head, friend. Our base is that way.
You could have left me behind, you know.
This isn't just about you, Dohalim.
Ah, yes.
I guess even after you beat the Renans, your work's only really just begun, huh?
Yeah. This place seems like it's got a lot of issues to fix. Not this way, I guess.
So you're elfin, are ya? Thought you'd be bigger. Huh. Guess the armor beefs you up a bit. You've got a lot of people talking, you know. But in this town, I call the shots. You play by my rules here. Just remember that. Gotta say, I didn't expect you to run with a gang of women and kids. Those other lords must have been real pushovers, huh?
Seriously? Are you this rude to everyone you meet?
Don't interrupt me, you brat. Didn't your parents teach you any manners?
Why, you?
So you're the one who took down the lord of this realm, huh? How'd you pull that off?
We just swiped the Renan's explosives. And then we blasted them all to hell and back.
Explosives? That's a pretty bold approach. But how'd you manage to avoid hurting your own people?
I didn't, that's how. But the chance to take out a lord was worth the sacrifice.
And the Lord? What did this sacrifice earn you?
Unfortunately, we couldn't manage to finish her off. But now we've really got the girl on the run.
She ran? A lord?
Yeah, the lady was just a coward. She had a whole lot more bark than bite, that's for sure. She's probably hiding off in a hole somewhere. But not for long. We'll find her and drag her right back into town. Then she'll get what's coming to her.
I wouldn't be so sure. She may run, but she'll never go quietly.
Shut up, Bright Eyes! I would have run you through already if you weren't with the blazing sword here.
The whole reason you're fighting is to free the Danans in this realm, is it not? If so,
Shut your
then—
mouth, witch! That's enough! If you're really fighting for us Danans, why keep these bastards around? Why haven't you killed them already?
I'm not going to kill these bastards.
Oh. Is that the case, huh? Then tell me the point of this show.
They're my friends.
Friends? Renans are Renans. The scum-sucking bastards who've been draining our souls for 300 years now! But you know that. Maybe it's 'cause you and that little lady are friends and more.
Son of a... You'll pay for that!
That's enough! Deadeye, you know that was completely uncalled for.
All of you, get the hell out of my realm! And don't ever come back! This is Danan's realm and it's ours, understand? I call the shots here. And I make the rules. I do, Deadeye, leader of the Dark Wings!
Yeah! Deadeye! Liberator Deadeye! You are the true leader of this realm! We're not afraid of any Bright Eyes!
It's only a matter of time before I throw every last Bright Eye out of this realm!
The Dark Wings! The Dark Wings rule!
Hey, wait up! Told you so, didn't I? You should have left your Renan pals outside.
You don't agree with him, do you? I could tell by the look on your face in there.
That's how things are with him. He loses his temper, then I step in and calm things down.
Better you than me.
If that's all, I think it's past time we were going.
Look, I just wanted to apologize for what Deadeye said in there.
At least somebody's got some manners around here.
He didn't used to be like that. But, well, that's what losing most of your loved ones will do to a man. He may never forgive the Renans.
It's a little ironic how indistinguishable his manner is to that of a lord.
Hey, Bayfon? Deadeye mentioned the Lord is still on the run. Any ideas where she might be?
We looked all over, but found no traces of her. We heard some rumblings about activity in Estaluva Forest, but that's it.
Estaluva, huh?
Wait, you're not going after her, are you? Certainly won't win you any favors with Deadheim.
This isn't Deadheim's war, and we're certainly not fighting it for him. Besides, it's like Shion said, her type isn't going to go quietly.
Hey, it's your funeral. Don't say I didn't warn you.
We'll be sure to keep you out of it. Before we set out, though, is there anywhere around here we can rest?
Sure. Building at the end of the road, opposite side. It's all yours. We use it as temporary lodging, to house people who don't have a new place to live quite yet.
We're not going to run into any trouble there, are we?
Rumors of a certain fiery sword have spread fast. I doubt anyone will be eager to give you guys problems. And here's where I say my farewell. You're on your own, but good hunting.
Before you go, how come you don't hate the Renans as well?
Oh, believe me, I've got my bone to pick with the Renans. Just not with two of them I've never so much as laid eyes on before.
Let's head on over to that lodge. We'll figure out what our next move is there.
I get the feeling Deadheim signed up to be a rebel so he could have a roost to rule. Heck, he's no better than a lord. In some ways, he's even worse.
I know. How could he use explosives on his own people?
And yet, despite the toll of his actions, none of the Danans we've seen seem to question his assumed authority in the least. If anything, they may well consider him a hero, which would say a great deal toward how deeply they resented the Renans here.
Still, I don't think this is as simple as saying the good guys won out over the bad ones.
Yeah, I don't either. Deadeye might have managed to drive the Renans out of Niez, but that doesn't make the way he did it okay. No matter which way you look at it.
A victory that's earned by throwing away the lives of his own people? No, that isn't a victory at all. I can understand that the Danans here are standing up against their oppression, but that doesn't mean they have to humiliate all Renans just to settle the score.
I'm perfectly able to stand up for myself, Alphen. Besides, I'm used to it by...
But you shouldn't have to be, Shion. It's just... What I mean to say is, when you've been a slave for so long, it's easy to accept that's how it should be because it's all you've ever known. Constantly being belittled is no different. I don't think that's fair. For me or for you.
I just don't know, man.
Don't know what?
Deadeye managed to drive out a real live Renan lord. That's incredible. And he seems to have a lot of supporters surrounding him too. But he's got an attitude worse than any angry Zoogle. Plus, Niez is in utter ruins. I don't have a clue what his game is.
The Renans are powerful. And because of that, it takes a strong leader to have any hope of toppling them. However, when you take down one dictator only to replace them with another, ultimately it's just business as usual.
If it'd been Zephyr instead of Deadeye, I don't think things would have turned out like this.
Rinwell!
Yeah, I think so too. Zephyr did things differently top to bottom. He's not the kind of person who would have forced his own views or decisions on other people. When you do that, you're ruling over others, not leading them.
To be honest, I don't know what I would have wanted my dad to do if he was in that position.
Law.
The whole thing feels weird in a way. It's a weird kind of feeling, but at the same time, part of me also feels happy? Deadeye and my dad are two very different men. For now, I'm content knowing that.
The city is liberated, and yet the air still hums with fear and anxiety. It reminds me all too well of how Vicente once was.
Hums? You mean like music?
Yeah, none of this sounds like music to my ears. In fact, I've never seen any Danans with musical instruments in my life.
You don't need instruments to play music. It can emerge naturally from the sounds of people going about their day and the hustle and bustle of life.
You seem to care a lot about music, Dohalim. I didn't know that about you.
Have I not mentioned it? Before I was a candidate for the lordship, I had my heart set on the life of a musician.
You? A musician?
Indeed, music enriches the world around us. I trained day and night to hone my art. Words could not describe my bliss, as my notes carried with them the sights and sounds of nature, the ebb and flow of time, and the thoughts of people on the wind.
Dohalim.
Forgive me. My loquaciousness can get the best of me at times.
Don't apologize. It's interesting hearing what Renan culture is like.
Even though the Renans destroyed all of our arts and culture.
Personally, I was interested in the music of Dana as well. The fact that generations of lords deemed music to be of no use to their slaves and outright forbade the ownership of instruments is lamentable. Not that my words can undo the damage already done.
Huh? I think someone's calling out for us.
They could have something they need from us. What's wrong? All right.
What the?
Hmm?
Hey.
Yeah!
Good.
All right!
Let's see what's going on around here.
Yeah, there might be someone who could use our help.
Mm-hmm. Well...
I see. Oh.
Just great.
Excuse me!
Good.
That's some cryptic text, all right.
It could mean anything. Can't we just look around the area for clues or something?
Hey! Maybe these are supposed to be different locations?
Oh, now you're into this too, huh?
I wonder if something happened.
yeah? How's this? Great!
Yes. Hey. Ah?
Good.
Really? What? Yes!
All right. Right.
Really?
What?
Huh?
All right.
Yes!
Over there!
Huh? Yes!
All right.
Yes!
Huh.
All right.
By the by, Shion, if you don't mind my asking, would you be willing to share what sort of clothes are currently in fashion on Rena sometime?
Sure, as long as you call me Captain.
Sir, yes, sir, Captain Shion.
I was just joking. Kinda has a nice ring to it, though.
I'd like to... Check their wares, if you don't mind.
That Deadime creep certainly has a few screws loose, that's for sure.
Forget that guy. Right now, we need to discuss how we're going to proceed.
What's there to discuss? Deadime and his crew have already brought down the Lord here. Just let them finish her off.
I want to go after her.
I second that. I think it's the best thing to do right now. We don't know if the Darkwings have what it takes to beat her. I'm worried what'll happen if we leave her to her own devices.
You make a good point, Rinwell. And maybe I'm just being overconfident, but between us and them, I think we have a better chance at defeating her.
I have to agree. This realm isn't going to be truly safe as long as that Lord is still running around out there. We need to act.
Fine by me. But isn't Deadime just gonna take all the credit once we're done?
Our job is to break down the walls that oppress Dana. What he chooses to build in their place, that's his problem. For now, we'll head to this Estaluva forest Bayfon told us about. Whatever we decide to do, though, we should take some time to rest first. We've barely stopped since Menancia. Where are you going?
Alphen.
You should get some rest. What's got you up at this hour?
Just let me be for a minute, okay? Why don't you go back to the inn?
I will when you do.
Have it your way.
Shion. The Lord's days are numbered. I haven't forgotten our promise. You can trust me, you know. Maybe even lean on me a little. If you want.
And if I say I will you finally give it a rest?
Yeah, of course. Try to get some rest, okay?
What was all that about?
So we're just going to check things out, right? In whatever that forest is called.
Estaluva Forest. Next time, pay attention.